Hey, yes. I ordered that cheese shirt. Well, I mean, I'm pretty sure that it said I had to wait on the confirmation of the purchase, but I'm pretty sure it's done. Oh, nice. Cool. Good stream. If you hear other noise, it's because I'm also kind of watching another stream right now. It's Stitch. I'm a sucker for cheese, so it's about time I actually got a shirt like that, because I never have something like that. It was really fitting. Stream receptions. We used to do this a lot more back in the day. It used to be like 3 or 4 people at once. No work tonight, that's right. Labor Day. See, we celebrate things like that. Not like Canada. No, it's really a random holiday. I'm just glad the job I work at recognizes Labor Day as a holiday. Not every place does. Or some places will pay overtime if you do it, but I will take a day off. I will not question that. Actually, I forgot. That's why it wasn't dark enough. I was using the wrong pencil. I was like, why isn't this dark enough? You do? I'm kind of surprised. Trying to get this glare out. Man, the glare is pretty strong. Oh yeah, now I got a new figure today. Think you like it? figure. Kind of hard to see with the lighting, but it's really good. Yeah, I really like Mara. She's a cool character. She's from, if you haven't heard of it, it's Testament of Sister New Devil or Shin Mai Mano Testament. That would be awesome. I really wish, like, I had the means to, like, make a figure or something. It just seems like there's a lot that has to go into that. You know, sculpting the 3D, or even making a master sculpt. I don't know. They probably don't do that anymore, where they make an actual plaster cast. Or maybe they do. But I figure most of it's probably just 3D modeling on a program, and then either 3D printing parts and or casting it. Well, I guess they would have to make a master mold, even, somehow. Oh, I'm sure they have another season of the Testament. It'll probably be a while, though. If I've learned anything from watching New Game, it's kind of hard to go from being in draw to 3D modeling. Right now, I'd be working in the lab, but I'm not today, which is nice. Lab life. They even drew Miku wearing a lab coat. Lighter? Well, I usually just physically fill them all at the same tone initially, and then I do the shading as I Like this one. This is pretty much the lab coat I wear at work. And I wear some big A safety glasses over top of my other glasses. I actually used a spec from our, this is where I work, but like, this is what we print out all the time for all of our products that we send out. I drew this lunch break. So in our lab, we make a lot of we make oligo. So it's an oligonucleotide, which is just to synthesize genetic, well, DNA or RNA sequence. And we're the GMP group, so we make the products that are used pretty much in a medical grade. Basically, they're not used to actually like do what do you call it? They're not used for gene therapy, but they're used for diagnostics and/or testing and stuff like that. Testing a lot of cancer research mostly. A lot of places that you know of, big companies, use the stuff that we make, even though a lot of times they'll throw their label on it. And pretty much my stuff, like, I'm in the formulation group, so basically I finalize the product. You know, customer wants it in said buffer, said amount, and all the packaging and paperwork. Yeah, it kind of doesn't match my, you know, most, you know, a lot of people aren't as art, you know, not into art as much, but I like both. I like art and I like science. And it pays, allows me to buy stuff, so. Of course, I'd rather just draw if I could, but you know, I can't make a living off of this right now, so it's a hobby, but work isn't that bad either. Sometimes it's difficult, but you know, everything can be difficult. If I had time, maybe. I have too many things I'm trying right now anyway. I might try that sometime though. That would be cool. Sculpt a Miku figure. That'd be pretty boss. Basically, you'd need the sculpting clay. You'd need the casting, which would probably be either a rubber and or plaster. I'm pretty sure they wouldn't do a plaster cast though for most figures. It's probably some other type of material. And then the actual PVC and or whatever mold type you're gonna do. And the paint. No, I just randomly threw on a Dream Club thing again. What the heck of it? I do that from time to time to kind of justify how much I spent on it, so yeah. Which was way too much. And might as well get the ones I've... Yep. You gotta watch out, Knight. That's the lewd stream. Oh, but you could if you just get a Japan account. I mean, I could. If it's in the Japan PSN store, I can get it. But you had trouble with that, right? It kind of locked you out from doing yours anymore. Right, yeah, that's what I thought. There's gotta be a way around that. Looks like you're just gonna have to move to Japan, Knight. It's the only way. They play the game and yeah, then you just gotta translate. But you know they have those live feed translates now on Google on smartphones. Have you ever seen that? It's pretty cool. I'll have to show you. For example, let's say I wanted to read the box here, Vocaloid software. Still good enough to get to understand the concept, though, right? Pretty cool. magic. Wizard here. Oh. I can't be a wizard. I'm just handcuffed. It helped me install and use the Vocaloid software using that magic. This little space here is convenient. It lets me put down my hand without smudging, really. So, I just stepped on a pencil. Well, it is just the Google Translate app. Then you click on it. There's a lot of options, like like the languages to that and this to that. Then you can save stuff that you scanned for like later. And it also has like a library where you don't even need like internet to like translate. And then if you go to like the camera feed, that's when it would like ask you to like, you know, show you a line of text and then it translates. No. I don't know. It seems like Google does share some of their apps with the Apple Store. They might have Google Translate on the Apple Store. I mean, they had Google Maps on there. Yeah, I mentioned that the other day. Well, I mentioned the other day I was gonna count them eventually. Oh, and I was wondering if the Google Translate app is for Apple or not. If it's on iOS devices. Yeah, I'm listening to the playlist of the Monster Musume thing. It's really easy. I just threw it into my laptop and then it ported it all over to iTunes. It was like magic. I'm on the live. Have you ever seen that? Like the live feed translate? Pretty neat. Snake. Come on, zoom. Oh no. I failed my binge watching. I got through like 4 episodes. The magic. Yeah, that's a new feature now. It's like the live. You just do the camera thing now, and it'll just. It should just do it automatically. Yeah. It's just hard for me to sit that long through something, usually because I want to draw something or whatever. I mean, I can binge watch through an entire show sometimes, but usually I feel like I need to do something else. Do it in chunks works pretty well for me. What's up, Creed? No, I was rewatching Monster Musume. I almost like rewatching shows as much as I like watching new ones. Ah, curses Netflix. I haven't even checked Netflix in a long time. Did they actually continue season 2 of Seven Deadly Sins? Last time I even tried looking, they only had like 4 episodes, and then it stopped. What happened? Did they discontinue it or what? Maybe a deal went bad. One of the artists quit? And they don't have somebody who can replicate their art style? There's almost always somebody who's able to, like, replicate somebody exactly the same. At least in the animation studios, everybody's gotta be about the same. They must not have got paid enough, I guess. So you don't pay me? Alright, fine, I'll just take it. Dang. I mean, I can understand wanting money, but man, that's kind of selfish. Maybe they were one of the character artists. You know, a lot of times the character design was not done by the story maker themselves. If you ever look at like a lot of manga, you know, I'll have the author's name, maybe even like the manga drawer, and then I'll have the character design persons. Because a lot of elements of it can be, you know, an individual versus like just one person coming up with everything. Like, you know, character design, story, and all that. Like, that's the case for ReZero. So it was like, there's art by that dude, there's a story by that person, and there's the characters designed by that person. So, you know. Ah, yeah. So it could be as far as one company having a whole big beef with the other, too. Oi. It could have been, yeah, it was just a one They got licensed just to do the one season, but then they're like, okay, we're gonna go second season because it got popular, but then they couldn't agree on everything for the second one. But the fact that they even released a few episodes of the second means that probably wasn't the case. I don't know. There's a lot of manga coming out. It's possible though. I feel like they just dropped the ball on it. Yeah. Can't put your hope too much. There's so many one-shot, one-season animes that just leave you hanging because they just don't do it anymore. Reasons. Kind of too bad. Places are gonna try to, make money somewhere, say it bombs somewhere. They just don't give up completely. They want to try to save their butts a little bit. You don't just put all that time into making something and then just give up just really easily. Of course, then again, you also can't dump a ton of money into trying other things either. Licensing and stuff is just stupid. I hate it. Gets in the way of a lot of things. I'm talking more about like region lock bullcrap licensing, like, oh, well, you can't have this music in these shows, even if, the legitimate ones, just because their country doesn't want you to. Kind of like YouTube also, lots of stuff. Oh, it's blocked in your country. Literally just because you're from a different country, and it's even like YouTube where it's a worldwide thing and you can't even watch it. It's so stupid. You have even a free service and they still block it. It's like some of it doesn't even make sense why they feel like it needs to not be viewable in other countries, as if it's gonna make a big difference. In fact, all it does is hurt their audience for buying it. Because it really comes down to the other country trying to scalp the other one for money from it. It's like, oh, well, we want this much money from your sales, and then they're like, oh, we can't even make money off that. Oh, really? The Live Live person claimed copyright on a lot of fan art? That's petty. It's funny, isn't it? Though, like, I heard something like the character designer or artist, whoever of 2B from Nier Automata is actually really happy that there's so much fan art and stuff. I don't know if that's true. I don't remember where I heard that from. I suppose the issue would come across is if they actually made that like a main business item of their art, and then they're actually making quite a bit, and then they should probably be paying royalties at that point, you know. I'm saying, like, if that was like a major thing, I can imagine that being a problem. I guess. You didn't like ecchi? I mean, it's Love Live. What do you expect? That's ridiculous. Heck, just look around a little bit for doujins of about everything, and it takes it to a whole nother level. I can those in like a minute. And I know my way to find them. Yeah, I know. It's always promotion, and I don't know. It just seems like a lot of places just hate promoting their stuff. Apparently, that's how it is for me. You know, I pretty much download every anime and thing that I watch for free, but then I end up buying them and merchandise from it. You know, I'm not the person who just buys something without basically testing it first. You know, if I like a show, watching the free version, then I'll buy it too. Odds are the bot version's better quality and everything. Love Life Police Squad. It's kind of funny. I just imagine him like smashing and kicking down people's things, just like a. No, it kind of reminds me of what's it called? Dang it. The one anime, dang it, what's it called? Where they have the lewd police people. Dang it, the name's escaping me right now. Just imagine him like smashing dudes. What's the name? Dang it. Shimonetta, yeah, Shimonetta, that's right. Had to look it up. Yeah, I have an interest in drawing, either watching or playing the things that I have drawn and seen, or the other way around. I've played it and seen it a lot, and I want to draw it. And then it reminds me of it, and then sometimes I'm like, hey, I like that, I want to buy a figure of that now, and or buy the manga or anime. Oh yeah, I'm halfway through the first season of New Game. I binge watched basically it to halfway point in 2 days, but then I've sidetracked. But yeah, I drew a character or two from that. Not done, but let's see. This one wasn't too great, but and then use it. Good. I need to color this one. I hope they don't shut me down for drawing that. Oh yeah, I saw. Is there the Crow? Is there a character named Crow Neko in the Oraimo? Saw some good figures. I'm like, maybe I do gotta watch that. I might be confusing things. I just spent a lot of time looking at lots of different figures and such the other day. Maybe. Wait, no, that's not really a question. Perhaps. But I can't cheat on Miku though. Yeah, being selective a bit because, yeah, you try to buy a little bit of everything, that's also super expensive. Especially if you try to aim for the, you know, the higher quality ones. Then you're talking, you know, expensive. That Mario one was 150. Then I had the, I don't know if you've all seen the bunny, bunny style. Blup. The thing's big. It was also expensive. You can only buy so many of these type, man. Boom. Like. What? I mean, that one was 250. Man, how much have I spent on figures so far? Too much. Or not enough. Oh yeah, I saw that one. I was like, oh, it looks good. I also might get one of Angela Balzic from is it Expelled from Paradise one? It was like a quarter scale figure that looks really good. It's like, you're welcome for tempting. Oh yeah, I don't think you've seen this figure yet, Creed. Well, I got this. This was my latest Miku one I got. Oh, 2015 racing Miku. This thing was really hard to put the dang flag in. And I got this huge poster of her with this that I bought at the convention. I'm getting it custom framed and I should have it tomorrow. You know, I've been dumping a lot of time into work and getting money that I've been building up. So I'm like, you know what? Time for me to kind of buy stuff for myself more. Because I've been a miser a long time. It's just finally kind of like, yeah, I actually do have money I can spend if I really want to. Because I finished my loans, so I'm like, yeah, I got money. Mystery Kingdom in the background. Every single scale. No, I could be like generic with like filling, but part of the point of me doing each scale individually is they do, when you get to getting close level, they have, you know, their individual look to them, minus, you know, just doing one line that goes through all of them, you'd see that. It's all in the scaling too. Gotta get the scale right. Yeah, it's fun. Like I do seem to kind of do my better ones when it's like large format, large, you know, large graphite mostly. Or maybe it's because I just spend more time on them. I'm kind of two-sided. I'm patient, yet I'm not patient with my stuff. It just depends. I haven't even seen Food Wars yet. Oh, it's pretty good. It's probably something I should watch, too. There's so much I need to watch and catch up on, but I'm also so much into re-watching shows I already watched. Oh, I'm gonna sneak in that necroplastic again. Ooh. This one is fun. You can see it's all graphite. Pretty big too. Oh, that first one? Yeah, it's got a softer look, maybe. I mean, I like all the clock this, of course, but Oh, you just want me to show it again. That's all you want, right? And this one too. Smidge smaller than the other one by about an inch or 2 inches probably. Time to do shading on the tail. With this, I was gonna say with the scale. Right, that's not really measuring, that's weighing.
To be fair, I didn't come out the last episode with so I think we've got any episode and have songs on
We don't have any feet. I guess that joke wouldn't work on people who use a metric system. They'd be like, what's a foot in inches? No, but the shading's really what changes it from looking kind of flat to actually, you know, getting that dimension going. Yeah, I know. I don't know. I think, though, I mean, I was thinking technically everything is brought to a certain scale, but, you know. His story. Probably because Canada doesn't have that many snakes. Or do they? I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say, definitely not northern Canada, but yeah, southern Canada would still be a pretty good location for snakes, I suppose. One thing about these graphite pieces is I actually rarely sharpen the pencils, mainly because having it smooth instead of sharp actually helps me getting a smoother look to them. Unless I need to be really intricate, otherwise having it slightly dull kind of helps me. Especially with this Bristol paper. I barely ever have drawn animals, like, you know, like a pet or anything like that. I don't even know if I'd do very good at that. If I can turn it into into a girl version of it, maybe. Oops. Hey Vess, do you ever get requests or commissions to draw furry stuff? I'm curious. Soften these edges a little bit more. That would be a very awkward drawing to do. Nah, I don't have Minecraft for the PS4. 3 fingers? Is that like a standard? No fingers? Okay. Like Mickey Mouse? Does he have 3 or 4? No. I don't even know. Is it like 4 fingers radial? Or 3 fingers radial? Or is it 3 fingers like as if they just don't have a thumb? Or is it like a thumb and 2 fingers? Ah, I see. Yeah. I mean, I can see why doing not 5 fingers would be easier. That way you don't have to bother about it even looking, you know, like anatomical. And it won't seem as weird if you had it like a bad looking 5-finger hand. I guess for anything that's like cartoony or at least giving an animal a hand. Heck, don't they even have 4 fingers on like Family Guy though? Thumb, pointer, middle finger. Oops. I'll clean up all the edges when I'm done anyway. Unbeatable racer. Need to find a soft racer. Just to get the shinies going. Mom's cut. Later.
I know, I haven't watched one of my oil. I've been busy. I've watched stupid Ghibli films probably more recently than I know. I mean, I'm on like Romeo and Juliet, but still.
Lighten these scales up a little bit here. All the question is the shading underneath them. I need to grab another drink.
What game is that? I don't know. Nah, it's not even. I only have that other one. Oh yeah, they like Vietnam and stuff. So if you grab the Far Cries, and I do like my own sort of Sasuke there. I went through, came back to the room. I did my own little in the room so the light reflecting. Oh, I've never even played that game. Where did you put? Oh, I think like a hacking.
Shading. So your body's forward.
I've done like I go to the village also. That is the I did trying to figure out where this. I'm seeing the game. I saw the game.
Well, I was gonna add shadow. So give the effect of, so her body kind of coils up here, her body's kind of coiling up and back here, and then the tail's up, like it's curled and then up, rather than flat back. I mean, I could get the illusion either it could be, oh, her body's pretty much flat and it's just going back, straight back, but it really seems like it's more like, you know, it's a bit raised here, then the body's raised and curling up over here, so then the shadow's tailing, you know, below it, and then the same thing with the tail. Hey, I support Stitch too. I'm watching her stream right now. Shading, shadowing. Art Clan, yeah. It's coming back. Well, it has always been here, but you know, strengthening itself again. Oh no, Stitch is really good. He does really good like mixed media stuff. It's got a lot of comedy and it's got a lot of etchy. I mean, I'm into that quite a bit, but you know. Yeah, it's got a lot of humor. Lewd humor mostly, but you know. Yes, boobs everywhere. It's great. It's a great time. Daisuki etchy. Opie everywhere. And you gotta darken the actual inner part of the shadow. Probably should just use a darker pencil for that. Not really my thing. I don't really like gore. I don't like the dark stuff though. It's hard to get a good position without smudging. Trying to avoid putting my hands on stuff I've drawn. That or just neutral. You know, I don't know. A lot of my stuff's just kind of maybe a more neutral, not really doing much kind of thing. Well, I mean, I liked Attack on Titan. I mean, I like action. I just don't like to draw gore. It's not my default. Probably a better way to put it. I'm not going to do it really if it's my choice, really, you know, like. Look, I'd draw Attack on Titan characters, but I'm not gonna like draw them getting arms bit off or whatever. I'd probably draw them like eating bread or something. I'm just gonna take a lot of smoothing on this one. Shadows are tough because you do really need to make those smooth, or else it just kind of looks weird. Put them under my bed, or frame some, or whatever, put them wherever. Or trade them. I do trades. Like this one. This one is spoken for. Forcing neighbors to look at him. Hang him up on everything. Look at this! I have a couple of my drawings I have in my car windows, like little cutouts. Those are pretty fun. Hey, yo, Stitch. I just got your stream on my laptop while I'm watching. Yeah, I got Taylor Sophie, Taylor Fierce, Mega Quintet. I played the heck out of that game. Got the Project Diva X and Project Diva Future Tone. I'm gonna cut that back a little bit. See if that's go down a little bit. See if that's good enough. We got a little bit more work to do on these shadows, but this will be a good initial bit of it. Because I'll need to darken some more parts versus the outside. Shadows are tough. Nah, I'm not into Naruto or One Piece. And surprisingly, these songs in the soundtrack, the soundtrack thing. But then again, the soundtrack is literally the music that's just in the anime. This is like extra tracks they made, like separately for something. No, heck no. Not using water on this. It's a bad idea. Only if you're using like that watercolor type graphite. Or whatever it is, that aqua graphite stuff, but not this. I have a blending stump, I'm just lazy. I actually probably should use that. If I can find it. Because I don't know where it is. No idea. Oh, there's a whole playlist. Let's see. I'm gonna put on some Miku. Yeah. Oh, I found the blending stuff. I needed this anyway, because that tail gets a little too narrow for my fingers. So, now I need to use darker pencil. I was using an HB pencil for all the shading there, the shadows, but now I need something darker for the inner edge of the shadows. Or I should. The who? I don't know though. I'm pretty much sure every technique that's possible has been done by somebody sometime. Because there's just so many people and a lot of people drawing. It might be true though. I don't know. The shadow here is the hardest one because it's not like directly under where it's darker like that, but it still should be a little bit darker. So it's kind of hard to decide. Where did you suddenly turn French? Or whatever that is. Looks French. I have to blend that pretty good. I see what you're, yeah, like kind of there. That's with the black Prisma pencil. So if I, yeah, I still needed to go through some of these lines and darken some anyway. Wait a second, I can finish these little bits of shadow and I'll darken those lines. Not so much on this and higher up. Something like this. No, the lines need darkened a little bit too anyway. At least enhance the shadow effect a little bit. I thought you were into calf muscles. That's a big jump. It's whatever you want to imagine, I suppose. I mean, technically all there is clothing, so you know. Or none. Yeah, I am, yeah. Just about done with it. The glare of the lights. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. A bit more touch-ups here and there, but you know, pretty much there. all kinds of tail. Maybe the shadow down there. Whoop! Tail. Oh, Copic markers. I also have Copic pencils. I did one large Copic pencil. Not Copic, what am I thinking of? Prisma. I wish Copic had a pencil brand, but Prisma pencils. Did a color pencil version of Sophie. That one took a while though. It's all shiny. That one, it's about the same size. Oh, sewer arachnids? Game has those. I have like a pile of the Monster Girl drawings in. Game has it. Like, here's an example of some marker stuff I've done. Like, smaller, but like marker and color pencil, I guess. This one's a smooth Bristol Canson. And also for that color pencil one I showed, there, yeah, that is. So this is 1924, 100 pounds, smooth Bristol. Great for marker. Kokosuba. Oh, doing dot stuff? I haven't really tried that. I mean, I could probably do it. That'd be a lot of work, though. Oh yeah, I bet that stuff works really good. Yeah, I don't have an airbrush. I mean, I buy a lot of different brands of marker. Like, I don't know, here's a pile of some of them. Like, got the Chameleon, Prismacolor, Winsor Newton, Pro Art, which a Pro Marker was. Wait. Blick. Copics. And then some other really cheap ones. So Zmia is pretty much done, yes. Hey, there was 2 large graphite pieces in a short time. It's not bad. I'll show it again. This was the other one I had finished recently. Yeah, I bet. Like more graphite. I mean, it's actually been a while since I've done much of a lot of graphite. I've just been focused on like color drawings mostly. But getting into the graphite stuff's pretty good too, I guess. Oh my God, that's big. This was the other one I was working on, is Omega Quintet. Oh, Queensblade. Oh man, I haven't done either of the. Well, let's say when I first even started trying to draw anime stuff about approaching 4 years ago, I was watching Queensblade, but like those sketches are really bad compared to what I can do now. But you know that was progress. But like, yeah, I'd love to. I need to rewatch Queensblade. Thing is, I would like to try to do something again, like redrawing, which I've done a few things now, like going back to stuff I've done before and drawing it again now. You know, I can do them better, and Queensblade would be fun because I like Queensblade. It's it's been fun, like progress over the last few years of just drawing often, trying to improve. I really like Omega Quintet. So this is like, this is the cheaper paper. This is like Hansen sketch paper. So like marker bleeds through it, but as long as it's not over top of something else, it's fine. That's why I always tear them out when I'm using marker. Gathering up stuff. Oh, those? Oh yeah, like for like actually drawing marker. Let me see if I can find it. I have one that I've done stuff with that with, and I probably should more often. It's this kind of awkward drawing on semi-transparent paper. It's the bind. Marker paper. I've done a few pretty good pieces on this. If I can dig them up, I'll try to show you. It's that marker paper stuff too. Just not the Kobe brand. Here's one that I did. It's on that rag paper. It's like see-through. It's kind of fun. I draw a lot of Miku, so I have hundreds of drawings. This is actually another drawing of this character that's on the right side here. also post a lot of my stuff that I finish on Instagram. Not everything, but like a lot of in progress and other things. But I do have a lot of stuff. This is another one of my favorite ones on the marker paper. This one. Dang, AC. It's like blowing air and it's knocking stuff off this. Golden Darkness. Oh, that's pretty fun. I try to dig up some of my big drawings. Those are actually the ones I tend to do better on anyway. Golden Darkness, yes. Yummy. I have a couple figures of Yummy. Golden Darkness. Yeah, see, I have her on a trance version one there. Kind of like that similar look. I like two of them. Yummy. Oh, you airbrush like on motorcycles? Like put art on them? That'd be pretty cool. Like on the gas tanks and whatnot. Trying to find some like relative ease. Oh man, it's hard to dig them up. Have them all. Just pile them up under my bed, so it's kind of hard to get them out. Got an aqua one. One of my few full background ones. I'm pretty lazy with backgrounds. I don't like doing them really. Vanilla. Not too hard to guess this one. I actually put the anime in the drawing. Gotta like no game, no life. I like this one quite a lot. So it's like Hestia, right? And I have her like pointing her fingers when I first did the drawing, and then you know, this could use something else. And then I made this cut out, like she's holding out hands. So how much does it run to say, let's say, put like a hood custom like spray painting of a character? That one's pretty funny. I could show a lot of drawings for a long time. Well, I have like 100 Miku drawings. That's my go-to character. I'll just show some of the large version ones. Like I can't go through all of them. $3,000 for a custom. Ooh man, I'd still almost do that if it was a Miku. Cruise Town, Miku on my hood. Yeah. This one was pretty fun. Except my car is not even worth much more than $3,000 now. Oh, it's an 07 Chevy Cobalt. Got it when it was brand new, but you know, those don't sell for much now. Pretty much just gonna drive it till it's dead. This was another one of the marker paper ones. See how it's kind of see-through. Except the air conditioning is blowing this right off the table. Yeah, it's not gonna stay put. And then this one, that one's pretty fun too. Yeah, well, like if I were to get a classic, it'd be like a Stingray Corvette, like the 1960s. I like this one quite a bit. That was a fun one. Ooh, Scotland. Good one. And then like, I like this one too. This one's kind of cool. This would be a cool one to have on a hood. Or on a side panel. Yeah, that kind of Corvette. And then I did a thing where I drew all the, like the Snow Miku modules. I did that this last winter. It was pretty fun. You know, like, you know, it's just something you gotta keep at, you know? Like my stuff was way worse. You know, I don't try to be negative on my starting point, you know, where I was, but it is, like, leaps and bounds different from what I'm doing now. And that was, you know, just like 3 to going into 4 years of just drawing quite often. As long as you do it a lot and you keep at it, you kind of just, you know, you improve. 67 Plymouth. Those have those like long, scooped, like body on long the top. I should get the drawing some more. Yeah, you know, it's fun. I've been enjoying doing drawing. Like, you know, that's the main reason why I do it. You know, it's fun and I like trying to, you know, it's creative. I don't know, it kind of makes me feel like I'm using my time creatively. You know, I enjoy playing video games and watching shows, but I also really like it when I'm making something. Let's color her now. I like cars and stuff, and I'd like collecting of classics if I could. But if it comes down to it, I don't know what I'd rather spend my money on, like that or figures and whatnot. But it would be a hobby to get into if I had enough money to do that. Oh yeah, hey. School. Hey, later, S. Yeah, the college in this area started their classes last weekend. When school starts up again around here, there's a lot more people. Try to get that closer. Lighting's kind of difficult because it's like there's an overhead light. If I get it too far over, it starts to get in the camera. Plymouth Fury. Christine. Yeah, pretty much any hobby starts to like get expensive. But what you gonna do? If you really enjoy it, then it really doesn't matter where the money's going too much. To an extent, you know, I still try to like keep, you know, a little control over what I'm doing. Yeah, it's true. I do have a budget because, well, I finished off my college loans pretty much going into this year, and then I've finally started to buy things. Just because I can, you know, might as well. It's like I'm not gonna buy a house anytime soon, so I still have some money to spend. So it works out. I mean, I don't have car payments or anything, so the only payments I have is rent and utilities. That's the only thing. Outside of that, I don't have any other expenses I gotta worry about, so I got plenty of spending money. I don't actually blend. Like, I don't actually use a blender marker. Which, I don't know, it might be obvious I don't with some of these. But with that one, it's just, sometimes I just go over it again with the same color, slightly darkens it. In this case, for this one, I just did 2 different colors. What I do is I overlap it with this another color here. Well, at least that's the tactic I've been using with these skin tone ones. Seems to have worked out pretty well. I've actually never used a blender on an actual piece. Like of the markers. I mean, I have a blender marker or two, I just never used them. So I like go initially with that, and then I just go in with the other skin tone. It'll look darker before it dries, just because I'm drawing over the top of the board. It like bleeds through and looks dark, but then it lightens up. Yeah, they're magic. Markers sure do speed it up too. Like this would take a lot longer if I was doing pencil. This marker's almost dead. Just turn it around again. That's probably good. That dries out. No, I actually don't have refills. I just buy new ones. I don't even know where you do get refills. They don't even sell them in the stores. So I just filled up a clown grave. I meant marker graveyard, but then I saw your name. A clown graveyard. Hey, that It movie comes out today, didn't it? Or is it out soon? This kind of reminds me. The new It movie. Or clown graveyards too. But marker graveyard, just of empty markers. Her hair is pink-ish. It's like a salmon pink. It's pretty light tone. Might be hard. Ooh, hey. Yeah, it's a Mega Quintet, if you've ever heard of that. I play that game quite a bit, so I like to draw them. I know I have a new marker I can use for that. Thought I did. No, fellow clown. Couldn't decide on that hair color. It's almost too dark. Might have to work though. Oh, that's definitely too dark. This one's almost dead. Maybe this one. Oh, that color would work pretty well with the hairband thing. Yeah, let's do that. One thing I found is you gotta kind of learn how much the marker bleeds on particular paper. Otherwise, you might go along an edge and that just keeps bleeding out. Like, outward. You just gotta be cautious of how close you get to the lines. Just doing this to make it a bit easier. Kind of easier for me to do things somewhat vertically rather than horizontally, mostly. Yeah, we can keep going with the colors on that. Oh yeah, I've seen the thing about those Touch 5s. See, these are a really cheap brand too though. I bought, was it 70 or 80 of these for 40 bucks? Like these Bianno 1860s. And I mean, I've gotten used to them. That's actually what I've used for most of these here. It's just, yeah, I've learned to be very careful with the edges. Like, because they'll keep bleeding out a little ways. So, you know, these cheap markers aren't too bad, you know. To a certain point, they do their job, and then you don't have to waste too much money on, like, more expensive markers where you can fill in. Especially if you just have, like, something that's not as important. You have a filler part of something. Use a cheaper marker. As long as it still looks good, I guess, you know, with the overall piece. Yeah, no, that was good. Yeah, I bought it on Amazon, so and they last surprisingly long time. If they still sell them, I'd recommend this as a cheap marker. It's done pretty well for me. I've done some good pieces with them. And the set I bought has a lot of different grays, which is helpful because then you can just like do a gradient with them. Like so, like for this one, I did a lot of this one with those cheap markers too. Just kind of like it comes up. It has like all the different shades of gray, all the way up through black and stuff. And then they've done pretty well for the price. It came in a. I mean, I have them scattered all over the place, but it came in a bag like this. This kind of stuff full of them. The one thing is to watch out that the caps aren't as accurate to the color as what they show. Alright. Like, so you might want to test strip of paper before you go in with the color, just to, hold on, let me get my zoom lens on so you can see the, it's like a B-I-A-N-Y-O. Bianyo. They're pretty good. Yeah, because I've used them through this drawing, minus the skin tone. But that was also a cheap brand, Artist Loft. I bought these from like a Michael's store. They're on sale for $3, but they're typically about $4 each. But that's the skin tone markers I used for this, so not too bad either. Yeah, if you look on Amazon, you'll probably find it still on there. I think they sell other different color sets, but the one I got was pretty good. Like, they're pretty useful. There is 2 of them that are skin tone type. It's like, and then there's just like a lot of grays. Decent amount of blues and some reds and browns and whatnot. Pretty good variety though, like, especially considering the price. I mean, that's just a big plus already. And they're surprisingly long lasting. I've had other more expensive markers run out faster than these. And these are like, 50 cents a piece. Averaged out. I don't decide on. Oh, the character's name is Nene. Nene. It's almost too dark. Her hair is actually very close to her color. Maybe I'll do that. Could just put that in the same. Yeah, it does. I mean, and it layers on itself pretty well too. It's kind of funny. They have a warning on the thing. It says, "Don't take cap off really quick, or it'll pull the ink out." Like it'll pull like the alcohol out of the marker because it like pretty sealed cap. It's like don't. Yeah, once you get the feel, I think it's just something like a marker where once you learn how to work with it, then it does pretty well. As long as you know like how much it'll bleed and how it layers or dries, how quickly and all that. Now these don't have a brush tip, which would kind of be cool if it had that. I mean, it has the wedge and then the fine tip, which still works pretty well. Not like the softened tip like some types, but that's not too bad. Yeah, I was actually quite surprised how well these have done. I should just buy another set just to replace this one. Like, I mean, you know, when this one's running out of colors and stuff, which I don't think I've even had one go dry on me yet. But just in case they also, like, I don't know, don't sell them anymore or something, at least have another set to last a while. Can't really go wrong with 40 bucks for that many markers. I mean, I spend that many on 5 Copics. Or Prismacolor ones, like, you know. Well, and still, that being said, though, I still do go to some of the more expensive markers for certain colors and whatnot. It just depends on what I need it for. Yeah, no, that's the one thing missing from these is that there isn't like an actual brush tip. Well, I haven't checked on the store for a while. Maybe they have a brush tip version. It's possible. Yeah, I like brush tips because I can just kind of treat it like I'm painting instead of like using a marker, which is actually pretty good. Like I've done watercolors, which is pretty fun. This marker is starting to get pretty dry though. This one might be the first one to die out on this set. I have used it quite a bit, so I guess I'm not surprised. probably switch to the other tip. It's probably, yep. It's kind of a nice thing too. A lot of times one side's running out, but the other side still has quite a bit left in it. It's like not. We getting there. Where? I don't see any. Oh, hey, thanks for dropping by. Well, I stream pretty often. Actually, almost over the last week or so, it's been every day, but it's usually not every day. It's usually, well, if I didn't have work tonight, so that's why I could stream today. Yeah, you can catch me like streaming on YouTube via the PlayStation. Then I kind of switch my titles that I use every time, but it's always just most I do is etchy. You know, this is about as far as I'll go. Get the lewd, but not too lewd. What I'm talking about. Yo, you seem to be super pervy. Golden darkness. Oh, dang air conditioning.
buddy.
Thanks for dropping by. Yeah, this marker's pretty much dead. Good thing the other color I had is pretty much the same thing. It actually kind of helps, because then this one's slightly darker and it's in the background of hair now. Which should be a different shade anyway. I'll probably call it quits here pretty quick though. This is pretty much about as long as I usually stream. Except back in the day, I used to do like 6-hour streams. I mean, I could, but, you know, I do need to catch up on some shows. Can I do another hour? Probably. Yeah, I might as well keep at this a little bit more. My body doesn't know what to do. It's usually used to working this time on this day. It's like, why are you drawing? You should be in a lab. Tracing. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it's not that case for me, but I do want to just do some other stuff. Then I have work tomorrow night, so I still have almost a full day yet till I work. It's nice. It's like even though I work Tuesday, it's not till Tuesday night. Oh, Crash Bandicoot. Get them eyebrows. And this is kind of like the baseline, because then to actually make her hair done, I need to add pink to it as well. Kind of similar to Otaha's hair. Probably like that. Shadow on that hat. Yo, how you going? Man, I need to tell your Sophie. I think I'm pretty close to beating that game. That should be enough. Let's see. Ooh, I got contract music. That's fitting. I think it'll be a good stopping point for the night. Yeah. There's our glasses. Okay. Thanks, game. Yeah, it was pretty fun. Got that Mia pretty much done, and got more of this done too.